Thanks for tuning in to the Vintage Cinema Review. On this week's episode, we're covering from 1993, So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Allegedly a Mike Myers classic.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
No, this was something that back to when I was dating my wife, she referenced this movie like many times, and it was fun. It was fun to hear, fun to review.
Yeah.
Little love letter from Matt.
Little
to the
love
wife.
letter, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, baby. I love you.
Yeah, shout out to Megan. Thanks for voting on that. And we have a little call here with Megan and the principal, Vince, and
Vince's
Danielle.
wife, Danielle.
Yeah. They were having a little party, and they were all together, Matt's wife and those two. So
From the sounds of it, a
Sounds
little
weird.
too much party.
I know, right? Yeah.
We
but,
weren't invited.
We
to
were
this
not
party.
invited.
Yeah.
This is what she does when Matt's
Yeah.
podcasting.
When I'm in the basement, she's out partying.
Partying.
So, yeah.
So we gave them a call to discuss the movie.
And I think Principal Vince will be on for another movie here soon.
Lean on me maybe
Yeah.
at some point. Yeah, the Batman, Joe Clark. Is that his name, Joe Clark?
Yeah, Joe Clark.
Yeah. But at any rate, we hope you're enjoying the show. Speaking of which, if you are, leave that 5-star rating. And sit back, relax, and enjoy So I Married an Axe Murderer.
Hello.
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 If anybody gets that. No, that was the Three Stooges. Hello.
Yeah, I got that.
No, you
You
didn't.
should do that more often. Yes, I did.
Uh-huh.
Did you have a minute just to, I don't know if you would even want to, but since we're reviewing your movie, I thought maybe we could talk to you for a minute or two about the movie.
Sure.
If you'd be
I don't.
interested.
I don't remember too much.
What did Dave got all
But
smooth? He was like, "Hey, Megan,
Hey, how's it going?
how's it going? I got a couple questions for you.
You came to
If you don't mind."
as we were talking about your movie.
Yeah.
So I have a question for our celebrity guest.
What y'all doing? Lean on me.
Yeah, Vince.
There might be a lot of
Hey,
editing.
it's Vince. Welcome,
God.
Vince.
I want to do that.
I could put you on speaker and you could listen to that.
Yeah, go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's fine.
Sure.
Okay. All right.
This is good
Okay.
stuff. This is you cannot get this
I'm
back.
listening to Lean on me. I just told somebody that you need Joe Clark up here.
Joe Clark.
On me.
Batman. Yeah, we want to do that movie with you. The principal. We get him in here. For sure.
Indeed.
Used to call him QB Vince. Now they call him
QB
Batman.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we're here
Yeah.
with Matt's wife, and there's actually two other people there with her. So we got Vince and Danielle. I think are in the background, and we wanted to ask her about So I Married an Axe Murderer. It's one of the movies that you voted on the poll. So this is one of your favorite movies?
Yeah, Megan loves that poll.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's not nice.
Yeah, this is a family show, Matt.
Sorry.
I was gonna say we're going over rating here.
Right.
Yeah. So I Married an Axe Murderer was a favorite movie of mine growing up for sure.
Nice.
I
yeah.
don't remember much of it though. It's been a while.
It's been a
You
long
might
time.
have to fill me in.
Well, we're gonna
Wow, you're the best guest we've had.
Sounds like a
I know.
favorite.
No, it was. I was just saying it was funny when I started courting you. Is that what it's called? Wooing you.
Right.
Yeah, I used to like make references to how do you say that? References to this movie all the time, and used to be like, "Woman, whoa, man." I'd be like, "What the hell are you talking
You stole
about?"
my heart
And my cat.
And my
Yes,
cat.
that was one of her.
Wow.
Fun fact, did you know that scene took 14 hours roughly to film? Because he kept messing up. He couldn't get it right with the jazz music. and
Well, yeah,
all
the
that.
jazz band was great.
Yeah.
they
It
were a good
almost
time.
felt like 14 hours as I was watching.
As you were watching it. Yeah, but I can definitely see where you were attracted to Matt for the humor, because this movie is very similar to Matt being with the humor.
Or
and Myers.
trying my
to be-
best.
And the Myers hairstyle. It's
Very
Oh, that was
reminiscent.
huge. Oh yeah.
Very, very reminiscent of the
Yeah.
90s.
That was very 1990s.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Actually, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh,
If
go
you were
ahead.
in the background chatter, I was trying to inform them of what movie we were doing. And now you've got the background chatter too.
That's fine. No,
Good way. They want your input too.
no, absolutely.
What are you driving? Are you in a convertible or something? Like what?
They're in a Carmen
Do you know
Gia.
the movie?
I think I watched it once,
Oh,
and I'm surprised I got married after I watched it once because all women are axe murderers.
you're right. You're right.
In one way or another.
You heard it here first.
That's
Yeah.
right. In one way or another,
I
they will
feel
kill you.
about
Fellas, they may not have committed the crime, but they've all thought about putting an axe in our head.
Oh, absolutely.
That's some Bobbit shit right
Yeah,
there.
it is. Yeah, I know.
I
Right?
don't need to hear that.
I don't want to know about Danielle and Vince's relationship, but
I'm trying to go to
we're
sleep
okay,
tonight, Vince. Come on,
Yeah.
man.
There's an axe, a nice pick, And in case she misses, she's got a gun hidden in the corner somewhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like
Those
Clue.
are three movie references right there, though.
It happens to all of us.
Absolutely, got it.
No, you had Fatal Attraction. There was what was the one with Ray Liotta? Goodfellas.
Goodfellas, yeah.
Yeah, and So I Married an Axe Murderer. So it was
Yeah.
all three.
All
Thank
three
you,
in one.
Vince. That was very clever.
Yeah, Vince is going to come on for Batman. We got to do that. What was that called? Lean on Me?
For Batman.
Yeah.
Come on for both. Batman and Lean on
Lean
Me.
on Me, either
There you
or,
go.
right? Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you guys are having a great time.
Right.
Yeah.
I know. They should be doing
We're
a
stuck down here
podcast
in the
over there.
basement. Yeah, we got like blankets on. It's like 8 degrees down here. Sounds fabulous.
Anyway, no, great movie. Highly recommend it for a good laugh.
Oh, you used to say
Old
too, like,
times. Haven't
Ed,
seen it.
Ed. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
No, he gets mad at the person that you might have already talked about.
No, we did. We talk about
He was
anything.
sitting in front of the TV. And he's like, your head is like an orange on a toothpick.
Oh, the big head. Yeah, his
Yeah.
little brother.
Yes.
Big head.
Which they never said who that, like, I don't know if it was from like another marriage or like he was, I don't know. They never mentioned the little brother.
The age difference was big.
Mm.
Yeah.
Dramatic.
It was.
Yeah, and he plays like every character, right? If I remember correctly.
Mike Myers does. Well, it's like
Yeah.
him and his dad.
Him and his dad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
I wonder
Not
what happened
every-
to him.
Who, Mike Myers?
Mike Myers?
He's like 5 years older than us.
Yeah, he's still
Yeah.
with us.
He's still
Yes.
around.
Yeah, but he's not doing anything now, right?
He's just collecting on the money he made.
Yeah, he's opening the mail every day. That's all
Yeah.
he's doing, collecting checks.
He does nothing. I think he's like 55, 56 maybe. Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yep.
He's a young man.
When you guys do Lean on Me, I want to be Joe Clark and I want to reenact this scene with Smalls on the roof, and you're Smalls.
Who smalls me?
Yeah.
God damn.
Man,
All right.
that's going to be then.
Do you
what
like
the-
the guest I brought?
Yeah, right.
He's like, I like
Thanks for the
it.
support. I'll go practice. Just
Yeah.
let Vince whoop my ass.
Yep.
You might want to have your lawyer for that episode.
JW.
Oh yeah, we got JW. He's on the call.
Get JW on right now.
Actually, I'm calling him right on
As
my
we
other
speak,
phone.
yeah.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you all.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks so much. We hope we do this movie justice for sure. And
Yeah, I hope I was the best guest you had.
by
No.
far.
Yeah, Megan. We thought we're calling like you and Danielle would like talk, and then Vince jumped in, and
Yeah.
screwed the whole thing up.
Yeah.
Story of my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Story of my life.
Great
Don't
job,
make them break out
Vince.
their accent.
Yeah.
That's your editing skills.
Oh, I know, right? I got to put this out for next Thursday. So
Yeah, but thank you all. Thank you all. We hope to see you all soon in
Yeah.
the basement.
Thanks
All
to
right, well, wait.
thanks to Megan, Danielle, and
Yeah.
Vince, the Batman.
The Batman.
Principal. Yeah. So.
Crazy
Thanks,
Joe.
everybody.
Crazy Joe.
Anytime.
See, that's a good prelude to the next episode.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's
So
it.
we'll chill.
Till the next episode.
Until we meet again.
All right,
All
guys. Later.
Later.
Late.
Late.
Hey, this is Dave,
Matt,
And Zap.
and welcome to the Vintage Cinema Review.
where every week we review some of our favorite films from the past.
Hey, there ain't no late fees here.
Silence is golden. And be kind. Rewind.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the basement here. What do we got in the old Vintage Cinema tonight?
What's going on?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? I
Good.
think tonight we're marrying.
We're marrying.
Yeah, tonight
Aw.
we're going to be talking
We've
about
gotten there.
A
Yeah.
fan request.
Yes.
A special fan request. Matt, I think this was from your wife.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
We better not mess this one up.
yeah, I know. It's got to be good.
It's interesting that she requested, so I married an axe murderer.
Yeah, so I married an
What are you trying to say?
I don't know. I find it interesting.
1993 on this one.
I'm interested.
Yeah, before we get into this, though, I wanted to go through a couple mailbag items from our last Vintage Cinema review. Actually, that and the last True Crime. The guest that was on there, Mississippi Neil, we call him, the guy called in about the FedEx story. Zap, at the end of, actually, no, I'm sorry, it was the Rear Window.
Yeah.
You broke out a Zippo from like, what was that, 1920s?
Yeah, I carry it on me every day.
He has it with him.
I use it to light my delicious nicotine-bearing cigarettes
Yeah.
every day.
There it is. So our boy Neil.
Oh, look at that.
Our boy
That's-
Neil, when he was working at FedEx, used to pick up at the Zippo factory. It was in Bradford, PA. So that's where it was at.
There it is, Bradford.
Yeah.
Bradford.
Yeah. So he picked up on that story at the end. He's like, hey, by the way, he's like, when I used to do I guess he did like a pickup route maybe or something, or delivery route out that way. And that was on his route. So I thought that was pretty interesting because I know we were talking about them being PA based.
Yeah.
So there was that. On the last one too, we had the Colonel in, obviously, so thanks to him. And then our boy Grandmaster B called in, and he got a lot of good feedback. We had a new follower.
People said bring Grandmaster back. I don't even know what that means, but we had to bring him on the show.
So we had a new follower, Brett. They got on our Facebook page and gave us a nice 5-star rating. We appreciate that.
Thank you, Brett.
Don't forget to do that on Apple and Spotify. On Apple, I always say this in the beginning, and we only have like 5 of them on there. But if you go in there and do a written review, if we get a lot of those, it pushes us up in the algorithm. So if you guys like the show, you want us to keep going with it and get discovered, that really helps us. So interactions like that, like our boy Brett here, new follower, that helps us out. And he was shouting out his boy Grandmaster B. He said, hey, more Grandmaster B. He liked that. So we like when you guys interact with us on stuff like that. So that was 2 little mailbag items I wanted to get to.
So what is that delicious smell inside the Zippo? Is that the regular Zippo lighter fluid, or what is the fluid in that?
That's the fluid.
The
Zippo brand fluid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any other brand? Is there like an off
there
like
is
a Walmart brand for?
I'm sure there is, but I only use Zippo brand. And by Zippo brand, they make 2.
Okay.
They make looks like the Zippo can. Zippo is emblazoned all over the can. It's Zippo, it's Zippo.
I remember that.
There's another one. I forget the name of it. It's actually up in my automobile, right? Automobile?
Awesome.
It's up in my automobile right now. It's not Barbasol. It's something Asol. It comes in a yellow bottle.
Okay.
But if you look on where it's manufactured, it's manufactured by Zippo.
Nice.
So they put out 2 brands.
Yeah, the smell like takes you back. It's
yeah.
just I remember like you and I, a couple other friends of ours, like we all had Zippos at one time.
Of course.
And that smell brings you right back.
Yeah, like I don't know where they went, but I just remember like, taking them back out, feeling that little like spongy, whatever it is.
The cotton that's inside of the
I need to get another Zippo.
Yeah.
Used to have like a black matte one, had some shit on it. Like used to get like little, I don't know where they went.
Black matte,
like
that was your high school nickname.
Yes.
Is that his rap name? Yeah.
That was my rap name.
Yeah.
I'm like Grandmaster Flash.
Grandmaster B.
Yeah.
But actually another shout out I wanted to give to, I forgot too. My boy Sean, he listens all the time. His sister's actually come in a movie coming up called 5 Nights at Freddy's, I think it is.
Yeah.
And she's, I guess, one of the characters in that movie. It's soon to be coming out. And shout out to Sean. He always gives me feedback on he likes
awesome.
the movie reviews and stuff like
Kids
that.
love that shit.
Yeah.
That 5 Nights at Freddy's, whatever it's called, the kids love that.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of characters that look like whacked out people you would have seen from those animatronic things at
Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Like,
I just remember like the Blizzard of '93. I think it was like 5 Nights at Kramer's.
yeah, we did have that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We got stuck there.
Oh,
Yeah. Right. But yeah, look for that to be coming out at theaters. And so shout out to Sean and his sister. And there might be a possibility down the road, maybe his sister come on, being in the movie business. Now that's not really vintage cinema, but I'm sure she's into movies and stuff. And Sean's probably going to come on at some point here with a true crime. So yeah, shout out to him. But yeah, back to the movie here. So I Married an Axe Murderer. This came out in 1993, rated PG-13. The release date, to be exact, was July 30th, 1993. So that's for us, junior year going into senior year.
Yep.
Running time on this, 93 minutes. Directed by Thomas Shalami. How you pronounce it?
Shalami Baloney.
Shalami Baloney. Written by Robbie Fox. That's a little easier. Produced by Robert N. Fried and Kerry Woods. Budget on this. I'm going to have to come up with a new sound effect for this. Budget on this, 20.
Trying to do like dollar signs.
No, this is going to be.
Not good.
I don't want to give it away, but
yeah.
Budget on this, $20 million. Box office, $11.5 million.
Oh.
Wait, I know.
No, it's the other one though. Yeah, it's it.
There it is.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I
wish everybody's seen this. It's like this.
Exactly. You just did it.
He's like the human beatbox, like Fat Boys. Remember that?
So Fat Boys are back, and you know that they'll never be whacked.
Prince Monkey D.
They're all dead.
He's rocking like me.
That's right.
Here come the beatbox. Come on, do it for me.
That's it.
This explains so much. This explains why I had never seen this movie. I wasn't the only one to not want to see this movie. Yeah.
I didn't see it when I was younger either.
No, I was thinking about this time.
The first time I watched this was yesterday.
Okay, so if you look at when this came out, it was after Wayne's World, but before like Austin Powers and all that. So it's probably one of those ones where he just kind of got. I know Wayne's World was huge, and I was a big SNL fan.
Tremendous, of course.
And that was Mike Myers, but nobody took him in when he tried to play like this serious kind of like funny role for this movie. I don't think anybody jumped into it.
Yeah. I did see this. I know that I've seen this back in the day. I just didn't really remember it. But, yeah, so we got over the budget. This is filmed primarily in San Francisco. Filming dates between June of 92 and September of 92. And
what was that guy called?
Bush.
No. It wasn't the Head for the Mountains of Bush. Beer. It was some guy who did a sports show.
Scotty. DC, get him a tall cold one. You Scotty Farrell, you don't know that guy?
No.
I called him before. Like,
this guy's great.
I called him like back in the 90s. He had like he was a sports talk guy. And he had like a
Scotty Farrell.
What do they call that when they do TV? It's like simulcast. Yeah. I guess they do the audio and the video. So I used to love calling in. I got in one time and I said it. He said, Dave from Harrisburg, what's going on, my brother? And I was like, yeah, what do you think? This is back when Kerry Collins was coming out of Penn State. I said, what do you think about Kerry Collins going in? I got 2 words for you, Todd Blackledge. He's not going to amount to, he had this real raspy voice, but when you would call.
Yo, you're spot on. Why didn't you not do that before?
I know. Well, when you would call, he'd go, his sound guy was DC, get this guy a tall, cold one. And then you'd hear that sound effect Matt just did with the fluid flowing.
Yeah, he'd pour him a beer. But it was spot on, man.
Yeah, but when Matt poured his, it sounded like, a 50-year-old with a weak stream.
Yeah, it didn't have that flow.
All right, well,
it was the end of the cup.
It is not a beer. I'm drinking a 100% natural seltzer, calorie-free, black cherry.
Scotty Farrell, I'd say, you the man. How can I be the man when you're the man? I'm the man. How can I be the man?
Holy shit.
Yeah. So I finally got an impression I guess I can do now. I didn't know it was good.
Who do you got, Zap? Come on.
I got
hit us up. You got somebody. There's somebody who, your wife, you joke around, you do an impression.
All I got is a stupid sound effect from the fucking Price is Wrong.
Well, no. You got a sound.
I'll let you know.
All right.
Yeah.
Work on that.
Unfortunately, the guy I know, not everybody's going to know who he is, but I mean, it's
everybody under the age of 40.
Well,
maybe.
Yeah,
because he was big.
He was on Sirius.
Yeah.
He was on satellite, but anyway. So back to the movie. So that was pretty much it. It was filmed in San Fran, like I said, June and of 92 to September of 92.
But it made shit money.
It didn't make very much money. Yeah.
Nope.
Well, Finland, that's got to be expensive too in San Francisco. It seems like an expensive area.
Well, and we filmed in the same spot that they, what was the one with the twins, whatever they were called?
Full House.
Yeah, Full House.
You also have to consider the salaries.
Yeah.
So in this case, I mean, we know nowadays people are making a shit ton of crazy fucking money, and budgets are through the roof as a result. Mm-hmm. But even on $20 million, with guys like Mike Myers in there, Phil Hartman, I mean, these guys are going to be, commanding some money.
Yeah, the cast was a great cast.
It was crazy.
This was a substantial cast.
Mm-hmm.
So let's.
That's why they lost money, because they were paying everybody so much freaking money.
Yep.
Speaking of which, let's hand it over to Zaps and we find out who was in this gem.
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 Thanks, Megan.
Gem in the holograms. She's truly outrageous.
Truly outrageous.
I watched that cartoon. I like
I totally watched that cartoon.
Yeah.
It was contagious.
It was also on with Bigfoot and the Muscle Machines.
Bigfoot. I don't know if
They're
I remember
big,
that.
bad, dirty, and mean. So Bigfoot at the time, obviously the fucking truck with the huge wheel.
Oh, yes.
They made a
Bigfoot and the Muscle Machines.
Yeah.
Big, bad,
They're big, bad, dirty, and mean. That's right. So that came on right after Gem. You're welcome.
I'm trying to tell people about when we were younger, because I work with younger people. I was saying there's you would watch cartoons in the morning before school, and they're like, huh?
Yeah.
I was we would actually watch TV in the morning before we had to catch the bus.
100%.
And there was really cool cartoons on. They were they have no clue. These kids grew up with no cartoons.
No. Or at least they don't grow up with good ones.
Yeah. I'm just afraid for the youth.
The 80s we were so fortunate to have the 80s.
80s. We're 80s kids.
Well, so at 100%.
But
just because we were born in the late 70s.
Not teens.
Correct.
We're missing that cool part. But we were the 90s teens.
Right.
Which was another cool thing.
we had the joys of the deregulation of the, I don't want to say the cartoon business, but it was a deregulation that afforded manufacturers to be able to, I think prey is the wrong term, but
right. You're acting like they're
make use of cartoons as an advertisement.
Yeah.
So when G.I. Joe came out, bam, there was the toy. When He-Man came out, bam, there's the toy.
Marketing, yeah.
When Transformers came out, bam, there's the toy. Like, and it was, you're watching a half-hour commercial for these goddamn things. I mean,
And
that's
then
why
you
we
gotta
had
have
all
it.
these things. I mean,
Right.
you keep
This
going.
is like
Mass,
87,
Wheeled
80,
Warriors.
86, 87, 88. There was nothing else to do.
Right.
Like
No.
if you had a TV. Real quick, I don't know, like we were talking about this earlier. I have
Diabetes.
Yeah, no, I do not. I'm getting fuck you that. I'm getting a little chubby. I'll take that.
I'm just looking out
I'll
for you,
take
bro.
that. Thanks, man. Thanks. My BMI is a little high.
Nah, you're looking
I'll
good,
take
man.
that.
You're looking good.
Thanks. But
Matt,
there-
truly though, seriously, if I wasn't so heterosexual, I would find you attractive.
Thanks,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm heterosexual. I still find both of you attractive.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll take that.
That means a lot.
So, Metallica Fade to Black, Pearl Jam 10, Guns N' Roses Use Your Illusion 1 and Dos, Red Hot Chili Peppers Blood Sugar Sex Magic, Soundgarden Bad Motorfinger. Is it Bad Motorfinger? Is that how you say it?
Bad motor finger.
Bad Motorfinger. And Nirvana Nevermind.
All came out in the 90s.
1992.
91.
1991.
1991.
Yeah.
But when were they released? They were released all these albums were released within 44 days of each other.
God damn.
Wow.
That's bananas.
It just popped up on my phone the other day, and I was like, "That's nuts!" Because I remember having every one of these.
Oh, yeah.
Pia, it wasn't Metallica Fade to Black. It was Metallica The Black
the
Album.
the Black
Album.
Album.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
But that's
Sorry.
okay because they have a song called Fade to Black. which
Yes,
is fine.
that's where I got confused.
It's close.
But I'm just saying, like that's good music.
It is, for sure, yeah.
But we grew up in that.
Shit, yeah.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Back to your movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool shit.
Well, screw the movie. Let's talk about the
Let's
90s.
talk about fucking music.
Look, I can
God
tell
damn
you,
it.
this movie isn't going to take long to go through. We're going to need these fun facts.
All right.
All right, so the cast in this, John, we got,
Big cast.
it's a sizable
Huge.
cast. Huge, tremendous.
Amazing.
Going to be,
What's up with the presidential election?
I don't even know yet. We'll get there. Now
We
it's
got
not,
two guys. They're like 90.
Now is not the forum.
90.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we won't talk about that yet.
we-
Then we'll have a whole episode. Oh, we should have a voting episode
Sure.
Should.
because there's nobody to vote for.
I wanted to do this last time.
Why don't we
I wanted
run
to vote
for we should Old Dirty Basement should run for election.
You know your wife's on the edge of her seat right now waiting for this movie. She's probably like, these assholes.
yeah.
It's like, I love this movie. She like quoted this all throughout her like
Do you always tease her like this?
no, all throughout dating. This is all she talked about. And I was like,
You're a
she
tease.
would make quotes. I was like, what?
You're such a tease, Matt.
Yeah.
But see, there's nothing wrong with there's nothing unusual about that. So as anyone is courting their wife or dating anyone or doing whatever, like I remember I would consistently with my wife, like all I ever spit at her was like real genius quotes or
awesome.
like some other movie quotes. She said, "What the hell are you talking about?" So I would show her or Overboard, what the original.
Oh my
the
God,
OG.
Kurt Russell.
So
yeah, Goldie Hawn.
I would
amazing.
just throw quotes at her, and she said she would get to the point where, listen, you need to shut the fuck up. I don't understand what you're saying. I need to watch these fucking movies. And so over the years, she would watch them, and now they're favorites for the both of us.
Oh, cool,
so
cool.
I can dig what Megan was doing with you. To the extent of, look, man, this is something that I grew up with. It was part of a formative part of my life. I enjoyed it. I grew with it. And now as I'm growing with you, I'm bringing that growth to grow with you. And now we all grow together. Like
that's
it's
a
not,
public service announcement.
I'm just saying it's not
From Old Dirty
unusual.
Basement. Yeah, like I would say stuff. She'd be like, "Whoa, man!" And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking
Yeah.
See, I would use Rocco quotes.
Yeah. Like, look this.
Oh my God, cannot
Look
believe
this.
this.
This is like
Look,
cartoon.
This is
My
this, man.
God.
I cannot believe
Like,
this.
that's what I would come back with. And she's like, "What the hell are you talking about?" I
What
was like,
movie is that from?
How do you
It's
like?
foreign.
Yeah, how do you like that shit? How do you like that quote?
Like cartoon. Cannot be real.
Look this. My God.
So
If anybody knows that, go put it in on the mailbag.
Put in the mailbag.
Yeah.
all right,
I'm done. I'm going home.
we got to get this out of the way here.
Okay.
All right, so we got a cast in this movie. There's a bunch of them. You got Mike Myers as Charlie McKenzie and his father, Stuart Mackenzie.
Great character.
Great character. And this was before, what's the guy, the fat
bastard.
Fat bastard.
Yeah, this was way before.
Same voice, different dude. Sorry, different character.
Right.
Nancy Travis as Harriet Michaels. Anthony LaPaglia as Tony Giardino. Amanda Plummer as Rose Michaels. Michael Richards as an insensitive man.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Seinfeld.
That's Kramer.
And that was Kramer. This is during Seinfeld. Seinfeld was already out by this point. Yeah.
100%. Brenda Fricker as Mae Mackenzie. Matt Doherty as William Heed Mackenzie. Heed being the word for
Look
head.
at his heed.
Look at his heed.
Heed.
Charles Grodin as commandeered driver. Phil Hartman as John Vicky Johnson, the Alcatraz guide.
Before he was murdered. We can do a whole thing on Phil Hartman.
We sure can.
True crime.
Absolutely can. Debbie Mazur as Susan, Tony's girlfriend. Stephen Wright as a pilot. Jeslie Nelson as Ralph. Alan Arkin as Tony's captain. Greg Gurman as concierge. Kelvin Han Yi as Master Cho. Patrick Bristow as Cafe Rhodes performer. Steve Dunleavy as himself. Mike Haggerty as an obituary writer. Paul Sanchez as the serenade musician.
The Dirty Sanchez.
The Dirty Sanchez.
Yeah.
Glenn Vernon as Uncle Angus. Robert Nichols as Scottish minister. Sheila Kelly as Sherry. And Marla Sokoloff as an Alcatraz visitor.
Yeah, that Greg German, the concierge, he was in Ally McBeal.
Keeping it real with Ally McBeal.
Yeah, like that guy, I recognized him. He was much younger in this, but he was in Ally McBeal.
You guys to
The guy with the
recognize.
mustache.
No, well, I don't think he had a mustache in this. He was like clean shaven, but I recognized him. He was much younger. Obviously,
Okay.
he was probably like in his early 20s when this. Oh no, he wouldn't have been because we were what 17. He was
Again, for
probably
some of our
mid-20s.
listeners, look up Ally McBeal.
Yeah.
I don't think they know what that means.
And that Stephen Wright, he's like a stand-up comic.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of these guys, they were cameos because they, like Phil Hartman and all that, probably from SNL. And,
Sure.
You know what I mean? Now, did Mike Myers do stand-up, or is he just improv and like kind of like?
Myers did no stand up.
Yeah,
he
only
just
improv. Only improv.
improv, film,
Right.
Saturday Night Live. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cat in a Hat.
right. Yeah, Cat in the
Oh,
Hat.
yeah.
You're right. Which there's a story behind that one.
Is there?
Yeah. But when we get into fun facts,
The Cat in the Hat. What's that?
Well, we'll save it for the fun facts.
Yes.
At the end, I don't want to delay this anymore. We've teased enough.
Belabor.
Yeah.
Edging.
Edging. Yeah, this is edging.
That's a thing.
It is a thing.
You pay for that.
You can pay for that.
Yeah, you can pay for that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
It's
Matt,
on TV.
do you have a brief synopsis?
Yeah, sure. I sure do. Here we go. Just after a bad breakup, Charlie McKenzie, Mike Myers, falls for lovely butcher Harriet Michaels, Nancy Travis. Nancy Travis is hot, though. Like, honestly, yeah.
True.
And introduces her to his parents. But as a voracious consumers in sensational tabloids, his parents soon come to suspect that Harriet is an actual and notorious serial killer, Miss X. Wanting a connection with the string of bizarre honeymoon killings, thinking his parents foolish, Charlie proposes to Harriet. But while on his honeymoon with her, he begins to fear they were right. So I married an axe murderer.
Nice. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so I guess that's it for
Head.
what's that?
Head.
Oh, he did a big headed dude.
Yeah.
So I guess that's it for that. So I guess we'll go through the story here, Zap.
Yep.
Got a little bit
Yep.
on that.
This one we can keep concise.
All right.
Maybe we can, chat about it as we go, shall we?
Chatty.
Let's
Chatty.
do it.
1993, right?
Yeah.
So we begin in a 90s hipster coffee shop in San Francisco, where we meet Charlie McKenzie, a local beat poet who makes his frequent breakups the subject of his poems. We also meet his best friend Tony, a police detective, who believes that Charlie is afraid of commitment and will find a way to break up with anyone he dates.
Yeah, he has the whole, he goes to these beatnik type parties.
100% beatnik.
Freaking hippies.
Goddamn
They're
hippies.
sitting there like, oh,
So
Go ahead.
that giveaway right at
Yeah.
the beginning. It's Jack Kerouac Boulevard. That's where the
Noted.
club's at.
Jack
yeah.
Kerouac.
Boulevard out front, and you
Who is Jack Kerouac? Anyone?
He's like one of those hipster type poet type dudes back in the day. Yeah.
He basically defined that beatnik
the
generation.
beatnik hipster, like hipster, San Francisco.
Yep.
Grateful
Right.
Dead.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that coffee shop, that was definitely 90s looking to me. I don't know. I got that whole vibe watching that. And there's one of those like 90s, like, I don't know, like Toad the Wet Sprocket. I don't even know who the band was.
Dude, but no, you're right. You're absolutely right.
It's one of them generic, just kind of poppy
Yeah,
90s
yeah,
songs
yeah.
in the beginning. And
Actually, it was a pretty good soundtrack
Yeah.
for this.
Mhm.
This movie was not bad.
You nailed it. Poppy all day. And
Right.
you know the songs. As soon as you hear it, you know the song.
Yes, but it's like you don't know the band or
Right.
like whoever you try to put it together.
Like Dishwalla or
Yeah,
like bands
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Just that, you know what I'm saying? They
Toad
have
the
those,
Wet Sprocket.
Toad the Wet Sprocket. Yeah.
They had some good tunes though.
Oh, yeah.
I like Toad.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, cappuccino. Like, I didn't know what the fuck a cap is. Was that made up in the 90s?
Yeah.
Was that
Was
invented
it the big
in
ass
the 90s?
the big ass cup full of? Yeah, I think that
like
was
a
the
fish
90s
bowl.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like a either that or like a chai tea. You ever see that thing when they pour the chai teas? That's
Yeah,
kinda
chai
that
tea.
similar
Yeah.
look to it, but that was a coffee.
Too much. I already got annoyed at this movie when he was doing his bit
Oh yeah,
and he wouldn't light that goddamn cigarette.
it just
No,
wasted.
he didn't smoke. He just had the cigarette with him to be
Dude,
like
you're
all beatniky.
killing me. Like,
Poser.
like I had to step outside and smoke a cigarette when that was happening.
He's a poser.
You know, it's hard though. Like a cigarette is so good, but if you like try not to smoke,
It's pain.
yeah, it's pain.
I
It's
tend
pain.
to avoid that pain and keep on smoking.
Yeah.
Try
So-
cigars, man.
No.
Well,
It's a different thing.
So look, I've tried cigars, and the problem with me and cigars,
You inhale.
Inhaling.
correct.
Oh,
Yeah, and that'll fuck you up.
Shit, yeah, Kenny,
Yeah.
man,
Shit, yeah, Kenny.
you did. We got to do
Fuck,
that.
I love that. Eastbound and down, right?
He's found and down.
absolutely,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
bound
Shit,
down,
man.
dude. Dude, Shannon pulls that shit all the time. Like, dude, she will see something, and just out of nowhere, just say, "Shit, yeah, Kenny."
He's
Yeah,
like,
but like Dave has like a cool like a fight night with cigars. Like you sit there, he's like,
oh yeah,
by the time you're like 3 in, you're like, fuck, I'm fucked up.
Yeah,
yeah, they get you, man.
Yeah.
What was that tagline he had in the beginning when he brings the coffee?
Oh, you
over?
spouting it down?
No, on this in the
Oh.
movie.
I don't remember that part.
he says something like, "Excuse me, there's a mistake here. I ordered the large
Yeah.
cappuccino.
And then what does he say? It's
Fishbowl,
like
something fishbowl.
it's like
Oh, it's not cha-ching. It's
It's-
not
it's
like
like schwing.
hoo-ah. It's not
It's-
like schwang. Right.
but it's along those like
Yeah.
what the hell was it?
Sure.
No, it wasn't swing.
No.
It was like
Something terrible.
yeah, it was
Good and terrible.
Good and terrible.
oh, shit, I should have wrote it down.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But you didn't.
Maybe it'll hit us as we go on.
Maybe, let's hope.
Maybe Matt's phoning a friend
Mm-hmm.
to get the answer.
No, I'm trying to get the answer. Sorry.
That Eastbound and Down, I like when he meets the guy at the school in the beginning, and the guy's like, Kenny is an ex MLB player, and he's like, hey, yeah, Kenny, I'm training for a triathlon, trying to get in shape, but you know all about that, right? He's like, actually, I don't. He's like, I play real sports. I'm not trying to be the best at exercising.
Just little things, man.
Just the way he says shit.
that
yeah.
show is so good.
little.
It
so
is
good. All right. So after that, after his night of beatnik poetry, Charlie stops at the local Meats of the World butcher shop. While purchasing a haggis for his Scottish parents, Stuart and May, Charlie meets a butcher named Harriet and is immediately attracted to her. That evening, during a visit with his parents, Charlie and his mom discuss his most recent of many breakups. While there, Charlie's mom brings up an article in the Weekly World News tabloid about a woman known as Mrs. X, who marries then kills her husbands on their honeymoons using an axe.
So the haggis, like, what is that?
That is, give me a second. It's something in barley in a pig's stomach. It's vegetables and barley, maybe even beef or something in a
Pig's stomach.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's like a big, like Scottish type
I think it was
delicacy.
It was
It's
very
nasty as fuck.
I've never had it. That's why I don't know.
What
I hear about it.
What I read is it's like Zap said, it's just like think of it as like Scrapple. They take all the shit that
Scrapple's
and they
delicious,
throw it in, and then they. But you think about that price. That's what I want to ask you, the finance guy.
Okay.
$19.99?
Yes.
So, yeah, he paid $20 for a haggis in 1993.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like a small meatloaf.
Yeah, so it was
Yeah.
it was sizable, but dude, that's got to be like $60.
Yeah,
It's. I mean, so let's work with this. This is real easy.
But to get the pig intestines, like
since the end of 2018 to now, inflation has been 18%.
Right.
18%.
1.8.
That's a huge number, and that's
big.
like 4 years, 5 years, 4 to 5 years. No, I'm sorry, end of 2019.
Okay.
That's again just shy of 4 years we're going on. So going back to the 90s. Now, granted, during the Biden economy, we've had ridiculous inflation. I get that.
Right.
But you're still going to have compounding and shit that's happened since the fucking 90s.
Right.
I mean, things got ridiculous. So, dude, that's got to be, I got to believe that's like, that's a solid $60-$70 today.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
What $20 was back then? Got to be.
For some sheep intestines.
It's basically like Scrapple. It's like all the organ meat.
Scrapple's like cheap as fuck.
But even Scrapple might be even worse. I think it's like the snout and the all that bullshit.
Now, it is New York. Oh, shit. No, it's San Francisco.
Yeah.
Shit. Well, things were always
just
expensive out there.
Just as high.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do I know? And I'm sure I'm way fucked up on those numbers.
No, it's probably close.
No,
I'm all
you're
jacked up on coffee. Whatever. Wow.
Coffee.
Well, yeah.
My caffeine's hardcore.
So I think this was the scene with this. So while all this shit going on at his parents' house, and he's going over that newspaper article that he couldn't care less about. Is this where the head was popping up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying to watch the soccer game.
All right. So within the next days, Charlie returns to the butcher shop and offers to help and work with Harriet. The two find themselves attracted to one another and soon start to date. After staying at Harriet's place one night and hearing her call for someone named Ralph in her sleep, Charlie meets Harriet's eccentric sister, Rose, who warns Charlie to be careful with her. He learns Harriet used to live in Atlantic City and was involved with a trainer in Russian martial arts. Atlantic City just happened to be one of those locations of the axe-murdering bride Charlie's mom had brought to his attention.
So that was the funny part, like to start, and this movie sucked.
Really? I didn't think it was that bad. I just thought it was. It's.
I was trying to catch on. I was like, okay, what's going on? Like, let's get into the movie.
Yeah,
it's a simple story.
It is a simple story. It had some funny parts.
It's ultimately a story of mistaken identity, and it's there. You go.
Yeah,
I could see where maybe like with your wife's age. Like we were 17, 18 when this came out. If she saw this when she
was
came
like
out,
she was like 7.
Well, she was maybe. Well, I don't know exactly how old,
8.
but a little bit younger. Like it's one of them movies that if you saw when you were like 11, 12, maybe you would have been like, "Oh, this is
super funny." Yeah,
but when you're a little older, you probably would have been like, you know what I mean? Not get the. Not that you don't get the humor, but it's just I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say here.
I like the part of like the Saturday Night Live stuff, like being like the silly part.
My favorite parts were when his dad, when he's
the dad in
Scott.
Oh my god, absolutely.
In his house was the best parts. Easy.
Yeah, and then that friend of his, the cop.
The cop was good too.
He reminds me of a budget like Baldwin brother. You know, like if you can't afford a Baldwin, just get that guy.
But the mom was always like kissing him and stuff.
Yeah, trying to make out with him and stuff. Yeah,
that was pretty weird.
It was weird.
Like that was weird. That was creepy.
No. It reminded me of like me growing up with like
with
my
your
friends' moms.
They was trying to make out with him.
Yeah, like I was like, what's so wrong about that?
I was waiting for you to say it reminds you of you growing up and me coming over and saying goodbye to Rose.
No, it was
nothing like that.
No, it was Morgan's mom.
Happy.
Morgan. Who's Morgan?
My cousin Morgan.
Oh,
she was so hot.
Easy. She might listen to these.
She
might. I never know. But you are
it's a
hot.
Compliment.
If you're listening,
hot.
If you're listening, Ms. Morgan. So
no, but it changed though. It changed.
Yeah. Oh my god. So the P.S. I did a quick calc on that $20. $20 then is $42 now. So it wasn't 3 times. It was 2 times
crazy.
change.
Two times a little bit over. Still expensive though for
$40 for pig stomach.
Yes.
But all the there's a lot of effort that goes into it.
Shit, yeah.
Like I think you got to like do all the weird shit.
Dumping shit into a pig stomach.
That's hard work.
Well, speaking of pig stomach, next Charlie arranges a dinner with his girlfriend Harriet to meet his parents, who immediately grow fond of her. While at his parents' house, Charlie reads that article about Mrs. X, which identifies 2 of her victims as a martial arts expert and a man named Ralph. The plot thickens.
Yeah.
He sees that he goes into the bathroom and he's like, "Oh, he sees the one.
He puts it
yeah,
together.
he's like, wait a second. He starts peeking out. She's there with his mom. He's like, I don't know.
I don't know if it already happened yet, but the one part that I got nostalgic on, I was like, oh shit, I forgot about that. Was A Current Affair was on the TV. Yeah. So was that before or after
It's like that. You hear that sounding.
Yeah. I was like, man, I forgot about A Current Affair. That was always on. And
Also, that was like Maury Povich, but that's like a different thing.
That's a man, Maury.
Yeah, that's the man.
Yeah.
Was that was he watching A Current Affair before or after that? He looked like connected at all. I don't remember.
It might have been like during around this time because
when he
so much of this is happening simultaneously, really.
Yes, that was like light a match.
Yeah, if you're in there taking a dump.
Yeah, he just went into the bathroom to do like take a piss or whatever, but then he was like he saw what his mom liked
So I would love to know how they did the special effects back then. So
for the
to have both of them in the same room. Like how was it done then? So we certainly have green screen and bullshit and digital everything now. And we certainly back, let's say, Rear Window style, which we had done. You would have to cut out frame by frame by frame by frame.
It's a lot
to overlay each one of those cutouts onto the next piece of film. Or onto the film onto which you'd wanted it. So what was the in-between in the 90s? Was this like, was there CGI?
I think there was like a switch.
It was a split screen.
Yeah, split screen.
Yeah, so they would film it with kind of like markers of where they're looking, and then they would like...
But they would have somebody dressed as him in the background, and then they would go to the close, which was him, and then they go back, and then they just like cut.
And like paste it together, I guess. It was like a split... They just said split screen film, and that's how they filmed it, but... Makes me think if you want to see something really funny on this, look up Zach Galifianakis SNL skit like split screen.
Okay.
And he does like this show.
Oh, I've seen that where he's like he invites people in.
Yeah, John Hamm's in it, this and that, and he does this film. They film it, and then he does the edit on it, and then they play it back, and it's
he has
horrible.
his own show.
It's the shittiest looking.
He's like, I'm having this guy into like whatever, like beef up whatever he was trying to sell or whatever like that, and then he like cuts like this is a great part of
and then he has his buddy, the one one black guy on SNL, I forget his name. He was in he's funny though. He plays the host on Kenan Thompson. The guy, he's like his buddy, so he's like, hey, John Hamm's coming, but I need you to fill in for this part. And so you see John Hamm come when he puts his hand out, he's black because they're like superimposing it. It's just the funniest shit, but this made me think of that. Look at it up on SNL.
One episode.
It'll give you a good laugh.
Yeah.
See, I'm glad I said what I said. I was going to say Keenan Ivory Wayans, but that would be way wrong.
That's way back. Yeah.
That's In Living Color.
Yep.
Wow.
You can do what you want to do in Living Color.
Yeah.
All right. Meanwhile, back at the ranch. As the pieces fall into place in his mind, Charlie becomes fearful and asks Tony to investigate Harriet and the Mrs. X story. Tony allays his fears and assures him that Harriet is likely not Mrs. X. Charlie, however, remains on edge and, in true Charlie form, breaks up with Harriet after a few more dates. Not long after, Tony informs Charlie that someone has actually confessed to being the killer in the Mrs. X story, and in true romantic fashion, Charlie apologizes to Harriet by reciting one of his beat poems to her from her rooftop. They make up, and Harriet further allays Charlie's fears by explaining some of her story, including Ralph, the name of a woman she knows.
Yeah, in her sleep, she was like, Ralph, Ralph. And he thought it was a dude.
Yeah, he's like, who's this Ralph you're talking
and
about?
She finally introduces him to
Ralph the
friend.
chick.
Yes, and he's like, everything's cool.
One thing I wanted to go back to in between all that is like, did you guys notice her apartment, like the size of that thing? Like,
huge.
How is she affording that?
That was huge.
Yeah, it was a massive apartment she was living in. And I thought that was weird, that scene in her closet where he locks himself in there.
He goes in.
And it's like clear.
Yeah.
I've never seen like a clear closet like that where you would have like a clear door.
She had money.
It made
she
for
was
a funny
butcher.
bit. Yeah, but
they're selling haggis at $42 a check.
True, you're making bank.
Yeah,
but
that's the shit they typically throw away. Like they don't need a stomach, and barley is cheap.
True.
Like, you stuff with some meat and barley into a goddamn stomach.
Again,
yeah,
the price
$40.
was $19. What was it?
$19.99. Yeah.
I'm sorry. It was 1975 because she gave him a quarter.
That's right.
Quarterback.
Quarterback.
Jesus Christ. And in what was this movie? 1993, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we were going to Hot Now and getting
29-cent burgers.
Yes.
100%.
So you're talking about haggis at freaking. That's insane.
$42.
That's
but
fucked up.
it's a delicacy.
I would never. No delicacy.
There's
There's nothing delicate about it.
I mean, I wouldn't be put it past Hot Now. They're probably making their burgers out of the same shit
Could be.
at discount prices.
Think about it. I don't even think the burgers, man.
They didn't last long.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think there was like a lawsuit that we never heard about.
Like it wasn't real burgers.
Yeah, everything wasn't always on TV at that time.
They might have made like their burgers out of cardboard or some shit.
Yeah. So I mean, like after football practice, when we drove there to get burgers for 39 cents,
Dude,
and like fries, we would get like bags of shit.
Dude, I remember going through the seats in your cars, and I mean going through it, just sticking my fingers into any crevice I could find in that car, just digging for change.
Was that in a Prelude?
Just digging. Yes, it was the Prelude.
Yeah.
The 1986.
To 12 inches kicking in the back.
I was gonna say you could just turn the bass up and then the quarters would come loose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Should have done that.
Yeah, that'd be the best way to do it.
God damn.
But I'm saying what happened to Hot Now? Like, we need to look that up because I don't think anybody ever heard of that.
They're cold and gone.
Bring them back. They should bring them back.
But I'm saying, what was in the burgers?
We'll never know.
Never know.
Haggis.
It can't be expensive.
So you know what? It's a loaf, like you said. Imagine cooking up a haggis, slicing it, and then throwing that on a burger,
Oh,
on a roll.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I used to fry bologna. I used to eat that shit as a kid. Fried garlic ring bologna.
So I've been to places where they will hot dogs are on the menu, but it's a fried hot dog.
Oh hell yeah!
They
I
will
had that
deep
too.
fry a hot dog, which is banging. To this day, I pan fry a hot dog all the time.
I pan fry too. I don't dip it in the water and boil it.
I don't
It's
need
nasty.
that. I don't even need in the microwave. Just no.
Yeah. Schmitty's too. I'll throw that on a pan. A little bit of like beer while I'm getting ready.
There was a fine dining establishment on 29th Street in Harrisburg back in the day called the Amity House.
Okay.
And they had it was my favorite meal as a little kid. I'd go in there, you get a hot dog, they'd take a piece of not garlic bread, but like a real thick Texas toast, and they would butter it, pan fry the toast. They would take the hot dog and cut it down the middle and fry it on the grill so it would brown up.
Yep.
And they'd put that into that Texas toast that's now buttered and rolled up around the hot dog with a side of fries. That was like my favorite meal.
That's banging.
You know, and I'm sure it was cheap.
Yep.
This is back in the 80s and
That's
early
awesome.
90s and stuff. I used to get like two of them.
My favorite
Two of the
was-
hot dogs and the fries.
Shit,
I think the spot dogs are the best.
Yeah, I don't like chili.
My mom
and
used
all
to
that
take me
stuff.
there. No, I get no chili. It would just be like some onion, mustard, because my mom turned me on to that.
And he put it on his greasy arm.
Yeah, he had like his whole arm.
Thank you. Because
With, like,
as
8
Matt is making the motions of all these things, there's this dude, and it was the guy. The owner's name was Billy Caldees.
Yeah.
Owned the fucking spot. And
Right.
he would just sit there all night with these fucking hot dogs up and down his greasy arm.
Arms.
Yeah.
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 But they were
Yeah.
delicious though.
When you're
Spot was
loaded,
so good.
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe even when you're a kid too. Oh, fun fact:
Fun fact.
hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know if you'd ever taken advantage of this, but at your local Haas's Steak and Sea House
Oh, wow.
on your birthday,
Are they still open?
I think the one on the way to
Hummelstown.
yeah, the one
Okay.
in Hummelstown's
Okay.
still open. Go there on your birthday. Tell them it's your birthday and you want a hot dog. So they will before they cook it, they slice your name into the hot dog, and
Oh,
then they
shit.
grill it. And then when it cooks up,
Has your name
voila,
on
It expands.
which is French for, and there you have it.
Yeah.
Your name appears on the fucking hot dog
It's like magic. That's
magic.
cool.
with grill marks.
That's high end, man.
Shit, yeah.
Hosses. I think they got bought up by Wawa, the one close to us.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
a weird crossover.
No, yeah, the Hosses. I
Or
think
you mean
got-
they bought it out to
Wawa
put the
bought
bar
them?
there?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
they
I
put
thought
the
you meant-
Wawa in within an.
I thought you
within
meant
a year.
Wawa was buying out houses, like
No, the
to
one
expand.
close to us.
yeah.
Before you go
so it's
to,
going to
like,
be a Wawa.
Yeah, it's
convenience
gonna be a
store.
Wawa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
You're going to see one here. In fact, they were shopping for dirt on Eisenhower Boulevard.
So they're popping up.
Oh yeah, you're going to see them pop up in over on my shore. On my shore, you're going to see them over there. They're coming for you, Sheets.
Yeah, I was going to
They're
say.
Yeah, there used to be a friendly whatever between
Rivalry.
Sheets. Yeah, there used to be
Just a
Wawa.
dividing line, like the Mason-Dixon line.
Wawa stayed out towards Philly area, and like the Sheets were over here.
Yeah, you know we're in a.
But I think Wawa's like, I can make so much more money than you guys,
Yeah.
and then they were like, "Fuck it,
There's a lot of Philadelphia Johns who moved out here who are missing Wawa.
Oh
Johns."
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, like we got not a lot going on here when that's the turf wars are like convenience stores and shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's a thing.
Boom,
man.
boom, boom. The gun clapping over
Yeah.
over who's gonna get territory
Yeah.
Shotgun blasts were heard.
Mm-hmm.
All
Rip.
right,
and kill.
at will. All right, Charlie's okay. Cool. Everybody's fine with Harriet. Later, at his parents' wedding anniversary party, Charlie proposes to Harriet, and she reluctantly accepts.
Mm-hmm.
Not
She's like, what, really?
Yeah.
Really? And that was at the anniversary party. Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Parents were having like the 30th, I think. And she was like, oh, right here, right here. And yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not long after, the two are married. Following the wedding ceremony, they embark on a honeymoon to a secluded mountain hotel. But after they depart, Tony learns that the killer who'd confessed to the axe murders is actually a compulsive liar.
Mm.
Tony then sends a photo of Harriet to the known associates of the missing husbands, and all of them identify her as their axe murderer's friend's wife.
He faxed them.
He did.
Yeah. Did he fax them?
So, fun fact about fax. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, fun fact about the fax.
Mm-hmm.
Still to this day, the only means of electronic communication, to my knowledge, allegedly, the only means of electronic communication between a taxpayer and the IRS accepted is fax.
Oh shit!
Because that's the one that can't be hacked.
You can't hack it. Yeah. Yeah.
You can't hack dial-up.
From one to the other. Yeah, it's like boop.
It sounds just like that every time.
Yeah.
Who knew?
No, we still have. I actually just faxed a medical document.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah. So when it comes to and it derives so much from that PII, personally identifiable information.
Very good, Zach.
So not just the IRS, so many other governing bodies or agencies or entities, for anyone's benefit, do not want things like social security numbers, names, addresses,
medical records,
all of that,
shit.
all of that shit floating around the inner tubes that somebody can hack. Thus, therefore, fax.
How about that?
Just the faxy, Maxie.
It'll take 17 minutes, but you'll get it.
Yep.
And there's no hacking.
Fun facts.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah.
man.
How about
Fun
that?
facts.
There it is.
It's a fun fact.
That was.
Back to that movie real quick though. When they turned up
What movie? What are we talking
Yeah,
about?
which movie was that? Is this Eastbound and Down?
This is.
When they turned up that.
So I took an axe to this movie.
Yes.
Yeah. When they turned up that dirt lane, it said like 40 miles off the main road.
Yep.
So you knew that shit's out there. You know, they're way out there.
They're way out there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So compulsive liar sends axe murdering friends. Inconveniently for Charlie, a storm has knocked out the phone lines at their hotel. Tony charters a plane to Charlie's location, and once he lands, he calls Charlie and warns him that Harriet really is Mrs. X. But during the call, power to the hotel fails, and the whole hotel phone line is knocked out.
The kids are like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
What do you mean? Power to what?
What's a phone line?
What is a phone line? Yeah.
Yeah, phone line's down.
That shit was all above ground back then.
I can just imagine a kid. Wait, power was knocked out. Does that mean they didn't have Wi-Fi?
Yeah, no, right?
Probably not
Mm.
at that time.
No Wi-Fi.
Well, Charlie panics and tries to stay away from Harriet without letting her know what he knows, but he's forced by the hotel staff into the honeymoon suite for their first night together. After locking Harriet in the closet, Charlie discovers a letter made to look like it was written by him, explaining to Harriet why he'd abandoned her. Suddenly, Harriet's sister Rose appears, wielding an axe, and reveals herself to be the Mrs. X killer. She feels that Harriet's husbands take her sister from her. This, in turn, motivates her to kill her sister's husbands on their honeymoon night and leave letters behind to make it look like they were from them. This then leads Harriet to believe that each husband abandoned her. Wisely, Charlie runs like hell and tries to get as far away from Rose as possible.
So now, first time watching this, and I didn't remember the movie, so first time for you, and I guess you watched it, but did you have it figured out? Like, did you think that she was really an axe murderer? I did. I thought she was.
Oh, really?
I thought for some reason in my mind when I remember this movie, I thought she was really the axe murderer, but like she was going to change or something like that.
You thought like So I Married an Axe Murderer was kind of like a play on,
Well,
I
that too.
really did marry an axe murderer,
and in my,
she's not going to kill me because we're in love.
I just thought, yeah, like she was finally going to like calm down and not stop killing because like I finally found the love of my life. One of them type deals. Like I really didn't think, I was kind of like shocked, I guess. Like silly as this movie is, I was like, holy shit. Like, I didn't
She's
think
not.
that.
You,
like,
so you thought that
the
Harriet was
twist.
the
Yes.
axe murderer.
Yeah. I thought, I guess I got
really
the mind
married
of a
an axe
12-year-old because, I was like.
Well, it was the play on that. They kept on pushing it, and he was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, wait, what?
Yeah.
What?" But you didn't expect like the friends and stuff, whatever she had, and like her sister. Her sister was a weird character. Like that was trying to throw you off.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So that's the same broad that was in Pulp Fiction.
Yes, it
Oh,
was.
in
It was
the
the crack
diner.
yeah.
Yeah.
everybody get down. And
Yeah, that's right. Or I'll shoot every last one of you motherfuckers.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So that's that same chick. And
that was only a year later.
Right. So now having seen her in Pulp Fiction, and again, having never seen So I Married an Axe Murderer, when I see her as this creepy ass weird character in this movie, I didn't think twice. I just thought that okay, she's
the killer.
She's just her little sister. So not the killer. I didn't think at all that this girl, that this character was at all creepy or weird or just odd, because she had such an odd role in Pulp Fiction.
Right, I got you.
Which again came out after this one, but lo and behold, here we are, however many years later.
Yeah. So did you, like, in your mind? I don't even know if you were trying to figure it out.
I totally gave Harriet a chance at being the axe murderer.
Okay,
I totally thought that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was just kind of like, For some reason in my head, I remembered it that way. I know I saw this movie. I don't think I really paid attention to it back then. There's a lot of movies that I've seen and totally forgot.
Right.
I don't retain shit that I watched a month ago.
Right.
But let alone 30 years ago or however long ago this was.
I mean, I had a feeling that Mike Myers, being Mike Myers, was not going to get killed. So once he, got married to the woman, that's when I kind of figured out that she wasn't the axe murderer. Like, that was there's no way she's the axe murderer.
True.
You're saying he was too big for the $11 million that they made from this movie to be actually killed off.
This was only his second movie, though. I don't know how much he actually made out of this.
His first one being Wayne's World.
Yeah.
But that was excellent.
Excellent.
It was truly a party time.
Yes.
All right. So Charlie runs like hell, gets away from Rose. Tony arrives and leads the police into the hotel, where they arrest Harriet, still under the assumption that she's the murderer. Meanwhile, Charlie has been chased to the hotel roof by Rose. Fortunately, Charlie gets Tony's attention from the rooftop as they take Harriet away. As the police make their way to the rooftop, Rose makes a mighty swing at Charlie with her trusty axe, but misses and is thrown off the building. Heroically, Tony catches her, and she's arrested.
This is where, like in between his fingers, he's like, oh.
Yeah.
There was a lot of nut abuse on that rooftop. Like, he just kept getting kicked in the nuts, punched in the nuts.
Yeah.
He slid down into that vent, and his
you
nuts.
Can't take that. You can't take that much on your nuts, man.
It's painful.
In like a day.
It's painful.
You get brushed on the nuts.
That was done with absolute purpose, too.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, we're dwelling on the nuts.
It makes you cringe.
It does. It does.
So this was his second movie, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Wayne's World,
I think Wayne's World, he didn't get the I don't know, like he couldn't go on his own without Mike Myers. Like, I think he was trying to branch off,
show that he could do some.
Show that he was like a serious actor, because he was trying to serious act
other than Saturday Night Live.
And I don't think it worked well for him.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a funny movie. Like, I think the parts with his dad were funny, but
that was cool. I mean, I enjoyed.
He plays
watching it.
he plays a good character actor.
Yeah.
Like in 54. Loved that.
Oh
movie.
yeah,
Studio 54.
Yeah. This one was just called 54 with Ryan Philippe.
Yeah.
Brian Felipe.
And the girl, that blonde girl, was in that. She was hot.
She was in.
Is hot.
She was in.
Oh, he was the owner of the
Boogie Nights, right?
No, but maybe. But
Heather Graham.
Was it Heather Graham?
Is Heather Graham in 54?
It was Heather Graham. No, Heather Graham was in Boogie Nights.
Yeah, so
that was Roller Girl.
Okay, maybe I'm not. Maybe
the chick that was in this was that chick that took her top off, or was messing around in Wild Things with.
Nev Campbell.
Oh, Nev Campbell.
Thank you. She was in this, and so was the one.
Yes.
Who's the one Mexican actress?
Salma Hayek.
Salma Hayek.
Yeah.
Bam. She was in that too. Yep.
But 54, he was the owner, whatever that guy's name was.
Yeah, club.
Yes.
Steve Rubell.
Steve Rubell.
Thank you.
Yeah. Played Steve Rubell.
But they were the ones that like hid the money and all that other. Yeah.
Dude, when you're running
Ryan
the cash
Felipe
business, you don't
is in
report the cash.
No.
Anyways, with all this madness now behind them, Charlie and
only.
Harriet began their happy lives together as husband and wife. That's it.
The end.
That's it.
So back to that part where his buddy, Zap and I, we were talking about, and Matt was here too when we were talking about that.
That's why I was taking a piss.
In spirit.
No, before we even started recording, I brought this up to Zap.
Wait, what? What?
Maybe you were upstairs.
Where's that?
You might have been upstairs, but so his buddy, the Baldwin, Budget Baldwin guy, I forget his name, LaPaglia or whatever. His real name.
Joseph LaPaglia.
Yeah, he
Tony,
commandeers
the character Tony. Yep.
Tony. He commandeers a car from that guy. He's like, "I'm police. I need to take your car." It's Zap's dream car.
Volkswagen Carmageia?
No,
Get the fuck out of here.
Volkswagen Carmageia.
Mid to late 90s.
They're cool too.
It's a mid to late 90s Lincoln Town car.
Lincoln Town car. Yeah,
I remember back in the late 90s, you were talking about getting a Lincoln Town car.
He loves them,
And you
yeah.
never did.
Never did.
Why?
Yeah.
Because I failed.
Why?
I chose
you
poorly.
You can get a 1993 Lincoln Town car now for like 16.
Yeah, you had to look on it.
Depending,
What's it?
depending.
What's that website you go to all the time? The hell is it?
Chewbacca.
Chewbacca.com.
Chewbacca. It's like
That's a terrible Chewbacca.
JAPOLINK or something like that.
What are you talking about?
Jalopy or jalopy.
Jalopies.
Jalapopotamus. No, that's not it.
Let me see here.
I do want a Volkswagen Carmageia. That's a dope car. That was also a 90210.
Yeah, I'm just curious what a '93 Lincoln. would go
Chocolate
for.
rain.
Ooh, here's one in Mechanicsburg.
P.S. It's got to be all black.
Yeah, this is a limo.
No, definitely not the limo.
Yeah, you don't want that.
No.
Uh,
I have to park that sideways in my garage.
No, you don't want the
and
limo.
then
Yeah,
take
you
out
don't,
the entire
you don't want
house.
that shit.
now this is a
Let
'92
me see it.
Lincoln Town car.
Yeah,
No,
that's the
it's-
look. That's the look.
No, but
That's
that's
the
too
one.
late. It's too late.
No, it's not.
Sort of like
92.
87, 88.
No. 90s were right. 90s were right.
This is in nearby Lebanon, PA. 65,000 miles. they're
That's
asking.
nothing. That's an older. He's dead.
And these are bulletproof engines. I think the one they have in there.
Shit, yeah.
It's a big V8. That's 8950.
So you
Not
got that
bad.
V8. You're gonna get double charging that in like 2 years.
Whatever.
If
Yeah.
a Democrat gets in,
Yeah.
that's gonna be like a whole nother tax, dude.
Yeah.
Look at that interior, though.
It's
I'm
tough to
saying.
beat. I don't like burgundy, but that car's back. Oh,
Look at that white.
Oh, that ivory.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
it looks so good.
Man, there ain't no kid shitting in that.
Looks so good.
That's delicious.
Somebody ought to put you on a plate and sop you up with a biscuit. Ah.
Yeah, I mean, I can see where that, it looks like a comfortable car sitting in there.
Dude,
That's,
you are floating. You are absolutely just floating in that car.
Yeah. But
So
that's the car. That's the car that was in the movie.
Let me see that deck though. Hold on.
Yeah.
That's factory Ridge.
Oh,
Is that here, let me see.
what is that, like 8 channels on that?
Yeah, that's Ford on there, I think. That's not Alpine or anything.
No, that's Delco.
Delco. Blaupunk. We always like talking to vintage audio.
Vintage stereo
We should do
review.
vintage audio
Yeah,
review.
that'd be
a
cool.
a good one.
I'm
But
down with that.
Some Phoenix Gold amps.
I got an 8-track player I could bring in.
Phoenix Gold. Pyramid amps were the big one too back in the day.
Pyramid were big. Yep.
Yeah. Now I had kickers. Kicker 10s and a Pyramid amp I got at Harrisburg Radio Lab.
Oh, cool.
Ooh,
And,
alas, just closed within recent years. I want to say within the last 5 years it closed.
Not long ago, yeah. And I had shopped up there up into the 90s. I used to buy, even when like home theater stuff first came out. That's where I used to go.
Out of the
before.
Crutchfield.
Crutchfield magazine.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now Crutchfield kind of put them out of business,
Yeah.
but
Dude, I remember getting that magazine and just going through it and looking at everything I ever wanted to buy and never bought a goddamn bit of it.
no.
Well, my first, when I got the system for my car, the 212s I got was from, they used to have a show at the farm show.
Mm-hmm.
You used to be able to go
Yep.
there and buy stereo equipment.
This is that thing that you told us about a while ago where people were selling like beat ass offbeat speaker.
Oh yeah, the white
speakers.
van. Yeah. Yep.
The white van, but it was that, but it was just some off market shit that was being sold there. Like the deals were there, but it was off market shit.
It was bad. If you were
Like
smart,
instead of Pioneer, it was called like Peone.
yeah,
Like, where's the ER? I don't know. It's Peone, man.
They took the O out, like Paneer.
yeah.
Yeah, Paneer. There you go.
You got to watch
Enjoy.
with that stuff. If you don't know any better, you don't know any better. But if you were smart back in the day, now for our younger listeners, back in the day, people used to break into your car for your head unit, your stereo up front. So if you were smart, you'd keep your factory head unit and then get what they call a high-low converter.
Yep.
So you could tap in off your rear speakers into this high-low converter, run it into an amplifier, and have like a hidden kicker box.
Yep.
So you had like a stealth system. And then, people wouldn't know what you had unless you were an idiot like me and you're driving around your neighborhood blasting it. And then they
Letting
just follow you
everybody
home.
know who you
Yep.
were. Yep.
So I had my stereo stolen 2-3 times.
I had my stereo stolen, but it was my cousin.
Yeah.
Damn.
Your own cousin stole your stereo?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a joke.
Oh, and gave it back.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, I remember doing.
You remember?
That.
I think that was you involved in that.
I remember doing that.
Did he bust your glass
No,
out?
actually, no.
No, they didn't. They just
the doors were open.
It was open.
Listen,
You kept your shit open back in the 90s,
dude,
man. There was no closing
I swear to
shit.
God, I actually was a part of that because I drove him there to get it. So
shit.
Matt left his car. Matt just would leave his car open. Who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit?
Look, Matt. Look, who cared? And not for nothing. Matt grew up
I lived in a homely neighborhood. I wasn't worried about my shit in my neighborhood.
Matt grew up in a very nice neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Wasn't nice. It was like 8 miles from TMI.
Close enough, though.
It's like 8 Mile.
8 Mile.
He's
I grew up
battling.
on 8 Mile, man.
He was in the 313. So
3 Mile.
So Matt, so his cousin and I just the one day went to his house. While Matt, we knew he was there.
Because my car was there. I wasn't anywhere
doors
else.
unlocked, just pulled out the head unit, and off we went. And so so Matt's like, "Oh my God, dude, you guys."
It was funny shit. It was real funny.
You'll
Funny,
never
everybody's
guess what
laughing.
happened, man. Somebody broke into my car and took my stereo. Oh, really? They broke into your car? Yeah, man. They jimmied the locks. Like my locks are all jacked up. My trunk was left open. I think they might have. I got a slow leak. I think they might have, punctured my tires.
Oh shit.
And we just let it go for a second.
Paz Ram.
And then
Paz ran me.
his cousin immediately chimed in and said, "No, here's your stereo. Here's your head
Gave
unit."
it back to
it
him.
was funny.
Give it back to him.
I'm glad it was my cousin. It was funny. He's a funny guy.
That's funny.
Yeah.
No, my shit got stolen for real. They busted my glass out and all that shit.
You were in the hood, though.
I was in the hood
You were in
twice.
the hood.
I was in the hood 2 times when it got stolen. I moved out to the what we call the suburbs, Springford Apartments, out in Lower Paxton, which is suburbs, I guess you say, of Harrisburg. Had a nice Volkswagen GTI, Alpine head unit. Now I was a little bit older. I went out and bought the nice head unit, all that shit. Had an alarm on it. These motherfuckers came. They were able to. I had tint. So they had this thing where if you would bust, it would give you like a nice little round hole without shattering the glass. They'd go in, undo your hood, clip your battery wire.
So then your alarm didn't go off.
Right.
Mhm.
So I came out, my stereo was gone. There was another guy in that neighborhood that had rims. His car was on cinder blocks.
God
Yeah,
damn.
they-
How do you have time? This is like Paz Ram. Like we talk. Where do you have time for that?
Yeah,
like,
but
let me
back
get
then-
some cinder blocks under that.
Back
motherfucker.
then, it was like car stereos were the shit.
Oh, I know.
Now that happened maybe 95, 96.
Now you got to think on the rims thing though. Now these guys are rolling up like they're a NASCAR, pit team.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
zoop, zoop, zoop,
Correct.
zoop.
Like
Yeah.
they're not fucking around. Well, look at what happened to poor Clark Griswold in Vacation.
Right, yeah.
And that was in the 80s. That movie was in the 80s, and they had the technology to
hubcaps
Yeah.
zoop, zoop,
with the
zoop, zoop.
crown and
Yeah.
shit. But
What
yeah,
was it? It wasn't Die Honky. It was what?
honky lips.
That's it. Honky Lips. God damn it! I'm gonna get that.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'll remember it eventually.
But I remember it was cool to walk around the mall when we had malls. I don't know if kids know what they are these days. But we if you would take your like stereo, you would take your CD player head
And pull
off.
it out.
Yeah, and you would have a little case for it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's when you like
you're
lived.
carrying this thing like it's a goddamn
Yeah.
purse.
Yeah.
It's this square purse.
I don't know if you knew, like Dave in 1993, I think your dad had a cell phone system.
Yeah, it was
It was
built
in a
into
black leather case.
Oh, that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he used to take that shit off and walk around the mall in that. I remember people like, "Damn, that guy's rich
Yeah.
as fuck."
Yeah, right.
The advent of the advent of detachable faces versus the whole pulling out the whole unit was glorious.
Oh yeah,
Big-
because it
big
was like
deal.
that.
And hell,
right out.
then that makes you get even more inherently lazy. I would pop the face off, shove it under my my floor mat.
Mm-hmm.
Surely no one would ever think to check under the floor mat for the face.
not
of
at
my,
all.
True.
Not at all.
I had a guy build me so I had that Volkswagen. Then after that system got stolen, I had him build me he took my factory head unit and built a dummy plate. So I would take out my new stereo and pop the dummy plate Volkswagen factory head unit back on. So you walking by, they think, and it never got messed with
Do you
again.
remember for the V-dubs, people used to have the international or the European plates? in the
Yeah, I
front?
had that on the
Yeah,
front.
that was dope.
And I
That was
remember.
dope.
like the old Sven that's hanging on the wall there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I got my car and people were putting like signage across the front, up at the top and stuff like that. And my dad was like, "Don't put anything dumb on there." Like, well, he said Clevis and
Clevis
butthole or
and
whatever. I'm
butthole.
like, "Dad, no, it's Beavis and Butthead, and I'm not gonna put that on my car. Don't
That was
worry."
when you had
about
that gold Ford, right?
Yeah, the one that had the
Yeah,
Escort. Yeah.
The Pussy Wagon.
Yeah.
Because I remember, you turned 16 a little bit before me. And I remember you got that brand new Ford. I was like, damn,
Yeah.
Dave's ride is dope.
Yeah.
So I used all my like confirmation and my
Sure.
money that I had as a kid.
Yeah.
And every savings bond that I had. I don't know if people know what savings bonds are these days.
Yeah,
no,
my
people are
kids
buying.
still have
Actually,
them.
people
Yeah.
are buying the I series bonds now.
Okay.
They go with inflation.
Yeah, and the money.
People that thanks Joe Biden, people are making the killing on that.
All right, cool.
yeah.
Yeah, because I had those, and I used everything I could to buy my first car.
Yeah, that Prelude was nice too.
I
It
do-
was.
I
It was a
loved
dope
that
Prelude.
car. I loved that.
I just like
Prelude.
the lights. Like I saw that thing. It was like,
Lights go like this.
yeah, lights like this. That's when you make big money.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely
I see you
right.
working as at a restaurant as a dishwasher. That's the kind of money you had.
That's hey man, that's Steelton money.
That's right.
Still money.
So,
Brady's.
I mean, that was really fun there, what we were just doing. But I guess there are some fun facts.
What?
You know,
Oh, fun facts.
believe it or not. Yeah.
Fun facts. I wonder if this could get any more fun.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I've got one for you.
Let's do it.
The character Charlie, as played by Michael Myers,
Mm-hmm.
could have been Woody Allen.
What?
No.
Yes.
No.
Woody Allen was considered. Chevy Chase,
Well, he's Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Al Brooks,
Al Brooks is old school.
Al Brooks,
and
yeah.
Martin Short.
Martin Short. I could see that, I guess. Yeah.
Martin Short's underrated. Like he was
Totally.
like
Ed
yeah,
Grimley.
Totally.
like dude's pretty genius
I
for
like
what he
that.
did.
Ed
yeah.
Grimley. Yeah. You remember that?
I think we used to do that in ninth grade. Yeah.
It would, yeah.
Oh,
Oh my God. Oh yeah.
my
he
God.
put his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ed Grimley with the big spike.
hmm
Yeah. The original title for this was Love and Fear.
Mm.
That's what they're gonna call it. And subtitled The Story of a Man Who Cried Wife. Whatever that means.
Ooh,
like Cried Wolf, I think.
Yeah, they're just kind of making fun of it, I guess.
a little play on words.
Do you know who the first choice was to play Stuart Mackenzie? So originally they were going to have the dad played by an actor, but Myers was pushing to do both roles. But they had somebody in mind for the dad. You know who it was?
Kevin Bacon.
I'm gonna try. Oh God, give me a second. What's his name? Sean Connery.
Yeah, yeah.
Was it
Sean
really?
Yes.
Yes.
If you're guessing on that was a a guess.
I swear to God, there's
You've
none
seen
of
that.
None
You've
of
seen
that.
that.
None of that. Dude, I swear I
Because
did. I only know because he is Scottish.
Do you
Yeah.
see the beast? Have my sights, Miss Money Penny.
So he is Scottish, and that's the
Yeah.
first.
That's-
he's the only Scottish actor except for that guy that plays in Succession, the HBO show.
Oh, the HBO show. Yes,
Those
yes,
are the
yes.
only
Only
two
two that
Scottish
you know.
actors I ever knew.
Sean Connery's dead, right?
As fried chicken.
Damn.
Yeah.
So he wanted to do it, but he was filming other stuff and he
He's like, I
declined
have
it.
so many other things to do right now.
Also considered was
That's the best Scottish I can do.
that's pretty good though.
Thanks, man.
Also considered was Sir Michael Caine. Michael Caine here, and
Is Michael Caine still alive, right? Dude's
I
got to
think
be
so.
like 107 years
He's
old.
still with us. Yeah.
yeah,
That
I like
guy's
that
awesome.
the guy on Stern. He does a Michael Caine. It's funny as shit, dude.
What was
It's
the one with him
funny
and
as
Steve
shit.
Martin? Like, I don't know if you guys ever seen that one. They were like,
Dirty, rotten scoundrels.
dude, that movie's awesome.
It's good.
Yeah,
Yeah, we should do that one.
And then the other one was Sir Anthony Hopkins, but he declined it because they were making jokes about British royalty and shit. He didn't like that.
And Sharon Stone was supposed to be in this film. You read that?
Oh no, Sharon
Yes,
Stone.
yes.
She was supposed to. She could have been.
She could have been.
Harriet.
Ah, how about that?
So
Kim Basinger also.
So that thing, with again knowing with the having seen this now, and again with having seen so many other movies after, or I should say before having seen this one, the Scottish thing. So Mike Myers' character of Stuart, his dad, was based very, very, very heavily on his own father.
Yeah.
So I had zero idea that
Yeah.
his dad, maybe even his mom, was off the boat Scotsman. Like I had no clue.
Mm-hmm. I think they were British too. Maybe the mom or dad.
No, I think it was just Scottish.
One of them was British, I think, English. And the other one's probably Scottish, maybe the dad or vice versa. Yeah. Because that had something to do with later on then when he did the Austin Powers because of that.
Fat bastard.
Yeah. Well, that and the English part for the Austin Powers being based on the
Oh,
English.
yeah.
Myers, he promoted this show on the Arsenio Hall show.
I saw
If
the
anybody-
interview.
Yeah,
Did you watch the interview? With
yeah, that was
Arsenio?
pretty funny.
Woot, woot, woot. I did
Woot,
not.
I actually looked at I actually because I was looking up stuff on YouTube on this movie and stuff, and that interview came up, and Arsenio brought some dude out of the audience like up, and because the guy made like a weird look, like he was kind of like looking like binoculars when, like almost like he didn't believe it was really Mike Myers, and it was like a funny interaction. You had to, it was a young guy, probably like 18, 19 years old. Had him come up and sit between them and stuff, and the guy hung out for the whole interview.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like 3 segments he set up. It's pretty funny if you look at him on YouTube, you can see it.
Definitely do that, man. I love to know that this is great news. I love to know that Arsenio Hall show clips are available on YouTube.
Almost all of them.
That's fantastic.
What was that in Living Color where they used to make fun of his show? The guy had like these really long fingers. Like, yes.
You're right. In Living Color.
Yes.
I know that if Clutch Cargo is available on YouTube,
the best.
You gotta have Arsenio Hall.
I don't know why you don't do a whole episode. It's Clutch Cargo. We have all our faces. We just do our mouth.
I'm telling you, look,
that would be the greatest show.
We will absolutely
on TV.
We can do that. We can set that up with just
cardboard,
cardboard or
and just put the mouse behind it.
Yeah.
Clutch Basement. We'll call it one whole episode of Clutch Basement.
All we do is just sit there.
That was really
only the lips.
Yeah, the face, just the lips, man.
Construction paper. No. What's the
cardboard, right?
What's the white shit that people
corrugated, like a whiteboard or a poster board?
Thank you, poster board. That's it, poster board. Yeah,
I thought you were going to say Science Fair Project, 1987.
No,
could have been
no,
1990.
But they do have a plastic corrugated cardboard now that they use for for that. So you got a sign out front in your house.
Yeah,
that material. So that's that white
corrugated.
plasticky John that's corrugated, but it's far more sturdy. Obviously, rain.
Hardcore.
Resistant.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like voting sign shit.
There's going to be a lot of tongue action in this soon-to-be Clutch Cargo episode. So we're going to need to get the white John and paint our face. Do we each get to make our own? Or hell, we can pull out of a hat who makes whose.
Why don't we just
make Days and
why don't we just do
a
Clutch Cargo episode on Clutch Cargo? Featuring Old Dirty Basement.
Oh, that silly Matt. He's so silly.
Dave,
what the fuck are you talking about?
He told Paul alive.
That's definitely going to come up.
Zep, what you say? I don't understand you.
Oh my God.
He's so silly.
He's so silly. You a silly guy.
He tenderfoot.
Yeah.
Stay tuned because oh my God, we have like 8 million viewers on that.
That's going to be such a bonus.
It's going to be like South Park kind of,
Oh my God, it's going to be great.
So that Volkswagen Carmen Ghia was the maroon colored one that Mike Myers is driving around. Cool car.
What's it from?
It was used in Sneakers from 1992. Robert Redford.
So that's thank you. So
we talked about that. I don't think you've seen that, right? You said you've never seen it?
No, I didn't.
Oh, great movie.
So fucking good. Love that movie.
Sneakers, yeah.
So goddamn good. And
it's like a whole it's like computers coming into people didn't know much about computers, so watching the movie, it's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Dating services and stuff are popping up. It's a really cool movie.
If it weren't for that movie, in fact, I would not know what a Carmen Ghia was.
Oh, for real? Yeah.
I had no idea what one was.
I actually, when my dad was going to get me a Carmen Ghia when I turned 16, because there was one for sale. Where Hot Now ended up being, there was a car dealership there on 29th Street, and they had a Carmen Ghia for sale, but it was all rusted out, and we were very close to buying it. It was a nice looking car, and then we had a guy go there that's a mechanic, and we looked at it, and he was like, "It's all rusted. You don't want it."
It's
so we ended up not buying
dog shit.
Yeah,
that's a shame.
But
Carmen Ghia is now decent shape, like 30,000.
Okay. They're pricey. Mm-hmm. It basically looks like a Porsche almost a little bit.
And that was on 90210. Do you know who drove a Carmen Ghia?
Well, wasn't that a Porsche that Dylan
I thought
drove?
Dylan drove a Carmen Ghia.
Because Dylan did drive a Carmen Ghia.
Was it a Carmen Ghia?
Yeah, it was black.
Black. I always thought that was a Porsche for some reason, but that makes more sense.
Fucking Dylan.
It is Beverly Hills, though.
It could have been a Porsche.
I hated Dylan.
Yeah.
He was so handsome.
Yeah.
Got all the chicks.
He got them all. Well, he was like 28 in high school, so that helps.
It was 33.
Yeah.
Is that what he was?
He was 137 years old.
So you had mad game.
Yeah. So that accent he uses as a Scottish father, he used it again for Shrek 2001.
Okay.
Said pretty much that same Mike Myers accent.
Yep.
John Candy was the first choice they had
Canadians
to be the Tony's police captain.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That
would have been wild to see him. Rick Moranis was offered the role as well.
Of the police captain.
Yeah, but and then Alan Arkin ended up taking the part.
I mean, Alan Arkin did a great job. It was, but I'm thinking about this, right? So Alan Arkin, of course, he put that straight man character to it, like absolutely just straight character, blah blah blah, just doing this. I'm playing the part of a police captain here. There can be no concept of humor. Right. There can be no concept of zaniness. I don't know. I think either of those two, Candy or Moranis,
would have been funny.
Oh my God, yeah.
Put comedy to it. Oh,
he's just so dry compared to those other two.
I saw a Carmen Ghia for sale, $49,000.
Jeez, that's pricey.
You're
So,
not getting that on 29th Street.
No. I should have bought that even if it was rusty.
Well,
There's
yeah,
stuff for that.
still you get money for it.
I could have, would have,
Yeah.
should have. I should have bought that fucking Lincoln too.
Here's another one. That's 32 in the white.
That's sharp.
Yeah.
Those Volkswagen things go for a lot too.
Yeah.
A decent amount. Not a lot, but a decent amount.
They are
Yeah.
ugly as shit.
They are ugly.
66, 71s. They're all running around 30,000.
They're as bad as those. What is it? The Pontiac Aztec?
Oh yeah,
What the
those
hell
things.
is that?
It's like a
That was like 2 years in production, right?
Yeah, that's,
SUV.
Yeah, it was horrible looking. It had that big ass back on the back.
Yeah.
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 They would have like a blue and red color.
it looked
No.
like a station wagon with a big tumor.
Ugly as ass.
Heisenberg drove that in
Correct.
Breaking Bad.
That's
yeah.
correct.
He drove the Aztec.
Yep.
Who? Here's another guy that was offered a role. Tony, who was La Paglia. It was offered to Steve Guttenberg from
Ooh.
Police Academy. He was,
Interesting.
I don't know what his career was doing by 93. Police Academy dried up.
Gutenberg was doing stuff though.
I think they were still working on like Police Academy 8.
Yeah, and then what was that? 3 Men and a Little Lady, 3 Men and a Late Baby, and
So
all
he
that
was
shit.
he was for sure in 3 Men and a Baby.
Yeah.
Boys will be boys. Bad boy.
Mhm.
Bad boy.
Did you
Wonder
see
what
that
happened
part
to
where like you
Guttenberg.
tried to like there was a ghost in that scene? Did you guys remember
Yeah,
that? Like you
hiding
tried to like
behind
if you had to pause it, hiding behind the curtain.
Little
Yeah.
silhouette of him.
Yes, yes.
Yep. I think that was planned.
See,
Of course it was, but we're all talking about it to this day. So
Yeah.
Makes me want to watch 3 Men and a Baby.
yes, yes.
A classic, by the way.
It is good.
I
yeah.
love that
It was
movie.
good.
Tom
It was-
Selleck,
it was
Steve
Selleck,
Guttenberg,
Guttenberg,
and
who was the
the
third
guy
guy?
from Cheers.
Ted Danson.
Ted Danson.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, Guttenberg.
And they had a 2 to that too.
I wonder if we could probably get him on the podcast.
Ted Danson and
no,
Steve
No,
Guttenberg.
not Danson. Gutenberg
Yeah.
would be the one. Danson.
He's Canadian too, isn't he?
I think Steve Guttenberg would pay us to be on the show.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just heard that. He's like, fuck that. I'm not going on the show.
Yeah, now he's not going to come on. Probably.
Damn it.
Piss him off.
He's like, if you got an American 20, I can talk.
Also offered the role of Tony was Jeff Daniels, but he made
Oh.
Gettysburg instead.
Ooh.
More of a serious role.
Deez McDaniels. not
Jeff
McDonald.
Daniels was in yeah, right, DMC. What was it? Dumb and Dumber. That was Jeff
Some
Daniels.
McDaniels, not McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But he was in Dumb and Dumber, right? That's the guy.
Yeah, it's Jeff
opposite.
Daniels.
So what year did Dumb and Dumber come out? Was that like mid '90s or was that later?
I'll say, if I'm just going to take a guess. I'll say Dumb and Dumber. No, wait. So The Mask came out the summer of
I
94.
forgot about that. Jim Carrey.
So that came out 94. Did Dumb and
Somebody
Dumber
stop
come
it.
out before or after The Mask? I'll guess before,
Before, okay.
if I had to guess. So I'll go with, you know what? Fuck it. I'll say 93 on this one for Dumb and Dumber. I'll guess 93.
But that was like a big time where Saturday Night Live and like anything from In Living Color, like all these actors were like just jumping into movies, and it was just pop, 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 one after another.
1994, Dumb and Dumber. Yeah,
Well, okay.
same year, but it was probably before.
Dumb and
Like,
Dumber was
probably
a
that
great
same
movie
year.
though.
Yeah, I would have thought.
Who
I'm
the
even surprised.
fuck?
Whoa. What did you
Who do you want to fuck?
This is a wholesome show here, Dave.
No, I said I would have thought.
Oh,
Oh,
Did I,
I thought this.
I heard
he's
the
like,
same
what
guy.
did it
wanna
sound like? I
fuck.
said.
You said,
He's like, I want to fuck, and I was like, who? God, who?
but
Dave?
then there was this long pause and you're scrolling through your phone.
I thought it was like the from Dumb and Dumber, that chick that Jim Carrey was into was like the.
So back to 90210. We were talking about Dylan.
That's it right there. Yeah,
Dylan's
it
car.
looks just like a Carmagia. Like
It does.
Oh, was it
Yeah.
a Porsche?
It was a Porsche, convertible Porsche 356. And so Matt was looking at prices on the Carmen Ghia, like roughly 40,000 for one that's like kind of restored in pretty good condition. The Porsche, which almost looks identical, I could see where you would totally
exact
see.
same because Porsche, they're both German or
They were connected.
Bavarian.
Yeah. It was like, what, 341,000?
$341,000.
Holy, that's a lot.
356A
That's a lot of
Speedster.
money.
Yeah. It can't be that much horsepower or anything. You know what I mean?
No, it's just to drive it.
Yeah.
That's a very LA car.
They operate on CCs.
Yep.
They got the metric system. They don't
I mean,
know
I
what the fuck
can't-
a horsepower is.
Yeah, they don't.
I can get one for 180, so we don't got to go to the 361.
Oh.
You know,
Oh, here's
price is price.
Here's another fun fact on the movie, and I didn't know this guy was Scottish. Sir Rod Stewart.
How did you not know he was Scottish?
I just thought he was English.
British?
No, if you look on the beginning
He
of
is
the movie,
Scottish.
I'm sorry, English.
that's what
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah.
But apparently he's Scottish.
There you go.
Yeah. So Sir Rod Stewart was asked to make an appearance, cameo in it for the "Do You Think I'm Sexy" part and all
Yeah.
that. He's going to be like singing in that.
Well, this is the dad's saying, if you want my body,
Yeah.
you think I'm sexy.
But they couldn't afford it. The budget couldn't afford it.
Oh.
I mean, they're already losing enough money.
Yeah, they lost.
Yeah.
They already lost $9 million.
So they just did the dad. Mike Myers did it as dad. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna check that just to make sure.
I don't know, did this like destroy Mike Myers? Was he like, shit, I thought I'd make like a shit ton off this because I'm like popular, and then it didn't make any money?
You mean destroy his confidence?
Yeah, like he's
It
like,
sure as shit didn't destroy his career.
No, I don't want you to come in here no more. I'm begging
Never
for
said I was
mercy. Did you ever hear that song? It's a dope
Obviously.
song. Yeah.
I was like Forever Young.
You said.
I mean, that song makes me cry to this day. Yeah.
Yeah. To all intents and purposes, I am English. I've never pretended. I never said I was Scotsman. So let's get that out of the way. My dad was born in Leith in Edinburgh. He had a big bearing on the football that we like.
Huh. Well, whatever.
Yeah,
But
Owen,
I mean, it's the same thing. Like just because they really like Rod Stewart.
yeah, I think I have a. Oh yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about. So Stuart McKenzie, the father, had a Scottish Wall of Fame in the beginning in the apartment, showing framed photos of people of note.
Mm-hmm.
There was 9 pictures. Singer Sheena Easton, Alexander Graham Bell, the inventor Alexander Graham Bell, Prince Charles Edward Stewart, poet Robert Burns, race car driver Jackie Stewart, actor Sean Connery, obviously comedian Billy Connolly, and entertainer Harry Lauder. So no, I didn't say anything there about Rod Stewart.
Well, shit.
I think you just made that up.
No. Okay. I thought I read that somewhere else, but oh well.
If you're out there, Rod Stewart, please call into the
Sorry,
show.
Apologize, yeah. Well, they couldn't afford him back then. I don't think we can afford
He's
him.
like, I'm not Scottish.
Yeah.
Dude, Rod Stewart has
British.
insane money. Like
His daughter's super cute too. Like
Rod
she
Stewart
did like
has crazy fucking money.
I
And
think he's worth like 300 some million.
you
Maybe.
wouldn't think it, but crazy money.
Yeah, that is crazy to think. What was he in Faces? Is that the name of the band?
I believe so.
Yeah. Rod Stewart.
I'm not going to argue it.
Faces.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always thought it was just like Rod Stewart.
But I think he was a member of the band.
Rod Stewart is worth $300 million.
Damn.
For doing like 27 songs.
Yeah.
So Rod Stewart, fun fact, he owns an island in a group of islands that are man-made to look like
Rod Stewart Island.
spots of land on the planet Earth.
Oh, shit.
So think of an atlas, right? Look at an atlas, right?
So they cut them out like the continents.
Yep. In the thing, and they include things like England as well. So they're Greenland. Any land mass that's already on the planet, they mirrored
in his world.
It's like some Dubai shit
in this ocean. Yeah. But again, these aren't. He's not living on like a little fucking postage stamp.
Right.
Like he might be the one that owns the England island, and it's a big fucking island.
No Epstein Island in there.
No,
it's a lot of money,
could be.
man. It's a lot of money.
You got to check that shit out. That's a true story. Check
I got to
that
look
shit
that
out.
up.
Anyway.
Yeah. Fun fact. I like those kind of fun facts.
Yeah.
I don't really see anything else here that we missed. I mean, one other little fun fact, I guess. Fun fact, but Meats of the World Butcher Shop.
Yep.
Is really it's a real life place. It's called Prudente Meats. It's Grand Avenue.
Primanti?
Yeah, Prudente.
Oh, okay.
It's in North Beach section.
So we have that here in Harrisburg.
The Prudente Brothers.
The Prudente Brothers.
Yeah.
Delicious.
But as of 2018, it's a pizzeria now. So she switched over.
Everybody making pizza.
Yeah.
Alas. Pizza.
You guys got anything else we missed on?
I got nothing else. We wrung the shit out of this one.
Yeah. No, Mike Myers, still a fantabulous career. Guy's funny.
Mm-hmm.
The movie didn't make what he thought it would make because he I think he like blew his load on Wayne's World.
Wayne's World, yeah. He was,
and he thought he was going to be like a serious actor, but I dig his work, man. It's a cool dude.
I did see one last thing I think would be funny to look at because we were talking about it so much. So authentic haggis is actually it's actually illegal in the United States.
It's because it has been like biomes and like not biomes, like you can get sick from it.
Yep, since way back in 1971, due to it having sheep's lungs in it.
Oh,
was that like protected or something?
Well, I guess you
can make a porterhouse, but you can't make sheep's lungs.
I guess I don't know. Maybe USDA is like, nah, you can't be having that shit in here. I don't know, but
I think you can get sick from it. It's like untreated water if you don't cook it right.
I mean,
or like old sausage.
You got to cook that shit well the fuck done. I mean, real well done.
You're going to be shitting yourself for weeks, man.
You say you want raw haggis or medium rare haggis, you're going to the fucking emergency room.
Yeah, you don't need that.
But authentic one, not going to get it since 1971, but
That is a fun fact. I
It
did
is
not know
fun.
you can't get haggis in America.
Not that I was gonna try it, $60 or whatever, or 42,
No,
or whatever we said.
$42?
Yeah.
I'm sure you can get it like downtown somewhere.
They
get
can
some-
had at.
I'll get some crab legs.
Mm.
Yeah, and then tax return checks come in, so
Mm.
Red Lobster gets crab and shit.
Yes,
It's the
it
first
does.
of the month.
Yeah, Red
So
Lobster
cash the
blows
checks and
up.
come on.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll stick to that. But yeah, thanks to Megan for picking that one out. It was cool to go back and watch that one I missed. Kind of was in that in between stage.
Thanks for nothing. No, I'm kidding, Megan. That was great. That was
It was
great.
good.
Thank you very much.
And
That
I
was
hope-
good. I'm
I-
glad.
Thanks, Mike. There was like three things she used while we were dating. I was
Glad
like,
I
what the
saw
hell is that from?
Right.
She's like, you got to see this movie. And I did.
And much like this review, I think was much like a trolley in San Francisco. We were just up and
Yeah,
down,
up and down,
off the
up and down.
rails, and just
Mhm.
all over the place. I
Peaks
think,
and valleys.
yeah,
Strikes and gutters.
I think we hit a lot of different things on this, but the movie in between, and then it was kind of a silly little movie to watch, but I enjoyed it.
Mm.
I don't know what movie would be. We got to sit down and look at the poll. We'll pick something off there.
Mhm.
We'll come back with a heavy hitter next week. Let's try to find something that we'll get a lot of.
I did hear some people talking. They were saying like they know we do vintage cinema, and they
Yeah.
were saying, is there any time that you would do something that's like new? So I was like, I don't know if that would like.
Maybe in 20 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if that would like
Yeah.
hit where we're at.
Yeah.
But they were like something that won like an Academy Award or something like that. I was like, I don't know if we do that yet.
I
So
don't know that we'd be able to. We'd have to do it as like a.
it'd have to be something like jumping off the mailbag, like people
Yeah.
like just like pop.
We could talk about it or
Yeah,
reference it,
yeah.
but the actual
Yeah.
review it, I don't know.
It wouldn't be vintage. It
It's
wouldn't
and
be
that's the
something-
thing. Like
yeah.
we talk about these that are taking people back.
right.
It's taking people back, but it's also introducing the new to the old.
Right.
Yes,
That new
yes.
shit, fuck that.
Yeah.
It's too new.
Just
It is.
precisely.
Right. I couldn't see us doing it. I'm not to say we wouldn't reference or talk about like that Five Nights at Freddy's we were just
Five
talking
finger
about.
Yeah,
death
yeah,
punch
yeah.
at Freddy's.
Five finger
Fun
death
factory.
punch. 5 finger death punch.
What do they
yeah.
sing? I know they got a song out there.
I don't
Something
know
big.
what they sing.
I don't
but
know,
yeah,
man.
See, I know it's a band. They
Yeah.
have something, but
they're like
see, that's why we can't have it on the review. Like we don't know. It's something we know,
yeah,
It's true.
yeah.
but we don't know.
It's too
Nah.
fresh.
It's
I think
too
somebody
fresh.
said something. What was that one Chinese movie, or was it?
Big Trouble, Little China.
No.
The China syndrome.
No,
Oh.
it was a newer one. Like this couple like broke into this like,
Parasite.
Parasite. Yes.
Yeah,
They said, "Would you do that?" And I was like, "I think it's a little too."
it's
new."
cool to watch.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah,
That was also a cool movie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
I
It's
didn't
like
see
jumping
that.
over trees and shit.
Right. We're
Very
all
cool.
about taking you back. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? But
it's cool.
yeah,
Back.
you never say
You
never.
never know. Yeah, you never know.
Never
It's
say
true.
never. Could be
If you like, get on the podcast, download, show us what you like.
Right.
Get 100 friends to dig it.
Show us what you got.
yeah.
Dig it.
You better bring it. You know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
want us to review something new, but yeah, I don't know. We'll go look on that poll, see what's popping over there. Try to pick something out. Thanks again to Megan for voting, and
Biggie ups
big
to
ups.
me, man, Megan.
Yo, let's check it.
How do you guys? I can't get that accent. I can do like every
Check
other
it.
accent.
Doug,
Check it.
you should have
What is
said-
it?
Dude, that's another thing Shannon does too. She does check it all.
How do you do it?
Check it.
Try it again.
We's here with my main man.
We's
Yo, check
here.
it.
We's here with my main man.
It's rude boy style. That's just how you speak.
Okay, we
it's,
here with-
it's Jamaican with a British accent.
That's it. That's what.
I don't get it.
We talked about this. So
We's here with my main man, eh?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
Okay.
You should have said, "Does you think we's ever review a new movie?"
That sounds like Rocco. It's like, look this beautiful, no?
Does
Like
you-
this? My God, so nasty.
So nasty.
all you need is you need Ali G in your life. If you need,
I know I've
one
seen it,
episode-
but I can't do the accent. I've seen it many times.
Practice.
Like, yeah.
Yo, respect.
Respect, practice. I can't do it. I can't. I'll try.
We'll work
I'll
on
try.
it. We'll watch
Respect.
one.
Bah.
We's be back next week with all new episodes. You just got to like break the English up.
Okay,
That's all.
okay.
But we'll be back next week with something new. We'll figure out what it's going to be. Don't forget to find us on Facebook, Instagram at Old Dirty Basement, and TikTok at Old Dirty Basement Podcast. I guess that's it for now. So we'll check you where.
On the flip side.
If we don't see you sooner, we see you later.
Peace.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to The Vintage Cinema Review in the Old Dirty Basement. If you dig our theme music like we do, check out the Tsunami Experiment. Find them on Facebook. Their music is streaming on Spotify and Apple, and where great music is available.
You can find us at Old Dirty Basement on Facebook and Instagram, and at Old Dirty Basement Podcast on TikTok.
Peace.
We Audi 5000.